All right, welcome back, traders. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful weekend. Let me get some tunes on here for you guys. All right. Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? Aside from pulling back from 67K. Well, long-term chart, you know, we did break that critical 52K area we were talking about up here. All right, we got some rejection in this channel, so kind of, you know, maybe you guys want to redraw. Yeah, I actually added to my Peloton position on Friday around $34. I think I'm averaged in around that $40 area. We will take a look at Peloton here after we cover Bitcoin and some of the crypto assets here. I don't know how to say your name. Puck? We'll just call you Puck. All right. So I am thinking. I am thinking that because Bitcoin is so oversold, okay, we are down here at 30 levels on the RSI, that we could see Bitcoin retrace. Right now, I'm not saying that we are gonna go and make new all-time highs. I'm not saying that. I am saying that we are sitting right at this major fib extension, right? The 41.5, we'll just call it 41.5 area, right? We did get a little wick below it, but we got a closure back above it, all right? And as you guys know, downsloping channels are not necessarily bullish structures until they break the channel to the upside with a back test, right? So if we really want to get bullish on this asset, we want to see it break out and back test and hold this $46,000 area, okay? We want to break out, back test, and hold. And we haven't done that yet. I'm not bullish on this asset until we do that, okay? What I am thinking is we could get a retrace back up to test this resistance. If we fail to break out, guys, this is going to be another short opportunity, all right? We're just going to get probably an oscillator reset here. Everyone's going to get sucked back into this market. We're going to maybe even see a rally up to 52, 53K. It's even possible we do that. Okay, I am saying that it is looking like we might posture back to the upside and test this top side of this range. But if we don't get a push up, okay, we are looking at this area right here. If we break this area right here, kind of where we're at, this 40.6K area, we are looking at 37.9 as a next real target. And then really the next major fib extension, which is right down here at 32K. Okay, like I said, daily's oversold, all right? Daily being oversold means to me that we need to get a push back up, all right? We're going to get a push back up. We're going to probably touch this area here around $46,000, all right? And that's what I'm seeing on the RSI. I'm also seeing it here on the Wolfpack indicator, and yeah, we are we entered oversold. We just bounced up a little bit today. We're still really oversold. This is in a low risk. It is in a low risk long area, okay? And it's very clear to me that we could see something like this happen. All right, that's my analysis right here on Bitcoin. Long term, I mean, macro is still in an uptrend, right? Until we really break this 30K area, you know, then we can really get bearish on Bitcoin. Are we going to the moon? No, we're not going to the moon right now. All right, we have a new weekly candle, a new daily open, a new weekly open. We're going to see how we open here. I want to also take a look at Tether dominance, Bitcoin dominance total, and we can look at ETH as well. And there are some assets that are outperforming others. Okay, we will get to those as well. And there are still opportunities to make money in this market, guys. Yes, we will look at the DXY. All right. So look at the DXY right now, since I'm kind of interested myself to see what it's doing. If you guys enjoy these streams, make sure you guys smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, which I'm sure most of you are not new to this channel, but hey, you never know when we get a new straggler that comes in here. All right. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate your guys' support, and hopefully you guys learned something here on these streams, for real. All right. Yeah, so it's pretty clear that dollar DXY is just trading in this range. It's been for years. Literally, it's been trading in this range since 2016. And it does look like, man, it does look like it is trying to use the 50% retrace area here as support. All right. We do have like we did get a bit of a rejection candle here. Here on last week, right? This was a rejection. But it does look like it might try to at least test back up this area. We have some divergence here on the hourly. We have some divergence, okay, for the DXY. Just kind of trading in this range right now, right? Top side of the range, 96.93. Bottom side of the range, 95.56. But overall, it's actually been obviously trending up, right? Been trending up. Stokes are pointed down here on the daily for now. Right, we can see that we did get a cross back down. We are sitting on neutral territory on the RSI, so nothing really to be said here. In terms of bullish or bearish activity, really just neutral. We did get a low and a technical higher low on the RSI, so one could argue that it's the same low on the RSI. But that is kind of, well, I mean, this is technically a higher low. So you have a low and the same low on the RSI with a low and a higher low on price. So there is maybe a bit of bullish divergence there, okay, on the DXY. All right. All right, so there's your DXY. We're gonna go look at Tether, and we got a breakout on Tether, man. It's just unfortunate, but what we could see, and this is why we could see Bitcoin go higher, is that Tether comes back down to backtest this breakout, right? So we could come back down to backtest this area, and that's around that 3.78% area, and that is what we're talking about in terms of Bitcoin going to test 45, 46k, and you can kind of see that here. This is a channel up, however, we are overbought. We could get an oscillator reset. Still, maybe back into bullish territory, but just maybe something like along those lines, where we get this pullback, and the pullback on the USDT results in upside for the crypto market, and that's kind of what we're talking about. It is in agreement with that. All right. So total, kind of the same story, right? Total market cap just looks like a lot like Bitcoin, right? Obviously, Bitcoin leads most of this market, so it's gonna look very similar. Right, we're in this downsloping channel, like I said before. The channels, you don't really want to trade them until they break out and backtest, right? So if we don't break out, it's a shorting opportunity. If we do break out, wait for the breakout and then the backtest confirmation to take long trades. Okay. So that's your Bitcoin, your USDT, and we'll look at Bitcoin dominance, which is actually a bit interesting. Okay. We do see a long-term trend line here that Bitcoin dominance has been respecting and actually still rejecting. So that's good. If we can continue to reject this supply line here, that means we could see Bitcoin dominance go down more, which could result in some sort of alt season. And there are some tokens that are obviously still outperforming Bitcoin here, and that's something to take note of. That there are a few select coins that I'm going to look at and show you guys here in a bit that are really outperforming the market. Okay. If you guys like that, make sure you guys smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. And make sure you guys tick the little bell. All right, just gonna grab some water here. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, so oscillators on Bitcoin dominance are actually, showing a bit of bear div here on the daily. We are getting some flashes here of that. However, the longer term time scale, like the 3-day chart, is actually about to cross up. So, yeah, that is a bit of a concern, right? We want to see Bitcoin dominance go down if we really want to see an alt season. The weekly is in oversold territory and about to cross up. Not necessarily good things, right? Not necessarily that good. I would like to have a little bit better oscillators looking, for a real alt season here. But we are at the bottom of this range, so just be careful and note that we could see Bitcoin dominance climb. It is a possibility once we do break out of here, if we do break out of here. Okay. But there are, like I said before, there are a few altcoins that are outperforming the market, and one of them is Chainlink. And I am going to take a look at that for you guys here. All right, so the weekly just closed. We closed another bullish engulfing candle here. This was a double bottom on the weekly chart. Very, very strong asset. Obviously, if Bitcoin starts to shit the bed, then, TA goes kind of out the window for some of these. But this looks really nice on the weekly chart, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. This looks really nice. You are in a weekly squeeze here on the TTM. And, and it does look very nice. We are towards the top side of this range, though, right? We did get a nice weekly bullish engulfing candle. Beautiful. We did not get a closure above 29.20, but we will see how this plays out. We could see a pullback back to about this $25 area here, with still making movements back to the upside after that. If we could backtest this break and can maybe consolidate here and maybe make one push up here to this neckline. This is an Adam and Eve double bottom, right? Low, higher low on the weekly chart. Very nice. Obviously a nice channel up here on Chainlink, okay? And charting it versus Ethereum is actually very impressive. This asset's definitely outperforming Ethereum right now. And there it is, the channel breakout, right? We technically got a breakout, and we are now back testing this channel here. This could be a place, not financial advice, this could be a place to roll your ETH for Chainlink, and you're seeing why, right? You're seeing why, the breakout and the back test, right? And the oscillators here, flipping bullish on the weekly versus Ethereum. Very interesting stuff happening on this chart. And the monthly, man, has lots of room to run, man. Look at this. You're at 45 on the RSI. This is a swing setup here. Okay. Very, very interesting stuff happening on this chart. Great. All right. Obviously, we have ICP, this piece of crap finally doing something, huh? I think we closed a weekly bullish engulfing candle this week. There it is. We finally got the breakout on this asset. I do expect this asset to continue its movement up. And the reason for that is because look where we're at on the RSI, guys. This asset is so beaten down. It is sitting at 30 on the RSI, okay? And you guys already know where this can go to. It can go to all the way overbought, right? All the way overbought before this thing gets wrecked, right? So I'm not giving financial advice. I actually do own a bunch of this asset that I'm averaged in around 44 bucks. I did add to my position at $23, guys. So I did lower my average entry, and I am still a bit down on this position longer term here, but I do feel like I will end up seeing hopefully a profit on this trade once we do get these movements back up. All right. And yeah, I mean, we're looking at 40 bucks, and we could see even a movement back up to the 50% retrace area, the $75 area. I think that's feasible, especially if Bitcoin is going to retrace back up. All these assets that are so wrecked, they're also gonna go on some major moves as well. All right, so Link and ICP, I think, are ones that we are going to see continuations on. ICP for sure in a low risk area, right? This thing, all this thing has been doing is dumping. So, all right, those are the couple I wanted to go through. We're gonna look at Ethereum real quick as well. All right, so Ethereum, you know, did break down out of this falling wedge structure, unfortunately, but we could see something along the line. We do see this a lot in falling wedge patterns, where we get a breakdown and then a rip right back into the structure. That is typically the dip before the rip, and we might see something like that if Bitcoin does allow for us to see move it back up. And this could mean we come back up to like 3,600 and make a lower high here, and then come down and test the $3,000 level again. And we'll see what happens at this low. If we do end up getting a movement up, we will take a look at Glassnode. There isn't really much going on the Glassnode chart. Okay, we never really flashed the sell signal, right? It's kind of odd. We never really got that, but we're now back in this denial stage. Which last time we were down here, this actually was a big buying opportunity. So. But we could come back down to these levels, guys. That's what we're talking about eventually, down to that 33K area, right? Because there is a gap on the Bitcoin futures chart. Now, I'm not a gap trader, but if we do end up coming down into that range, it will be very likely that we do go and fill that gap, okay? But I do think we first get a movement back up, all right, before we go back down, because we are oversold on the daily chart. All right, so there's your Glassnode update. And this could be an opportunity just to swing back up, okay, on a retrace. I also want to go through, I am running SAR and Rapid Fire right now on a spot account. Now, guys, I'm a complete newbie with the bots, I'll be honest, right? I just started doing this about on December 20th is when I really set this up. I set up a $20,000 trading account, and you guys can see the results here. You know, I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. Obviously, we just got a new day, so I'm not showing any profits. I am in a bunch of trades right here, but I've made about almost $558 in just a few weeks. All right, you know, like 2 to 3% a month, I think is definitely feasible, even with the downside price action. I mean, I think that's amazing results, guys. I mean, you know, even if you don't go for the SAR in this environment, I think the Rapid Fire is going to be probably your best bet in terms of results that I've seen. I'll be honest with you. I think Rapid Fire in these conditions, especially the chop, is gonna outperform SAR, because SAR is really good for those parabolic moves, right? Those breakouts. And I just wanted to talk about this real fast. And we're gonna look at the Fear and Greed Index. Obviously, we're still in extreme fear levels here, and that's about it in terms of the analysis here. I'll be taking your guys' requests here shortly, so definitely post those up in the chat and we'll get to them, okay? Thank you so much for the 27 people watching tonight. Appreciate your guys' support. And, well, you guys already know what to do. Smash the like button up, hit the subscribe button, and post your guys' tickers. Let's go. So Jasmine USDT, let's take a look at it. So not really too much chart data on this one, and let's see, there's another chart maybe. Ah, okay. So Bittrex has some chart data. FTM1, XRP. Yeah, we'll get to those. Crypto Noor and IJ Money. We'll take a look at DOT. I actually liked the look of DOT here. I was eyeing DOT here today. All right, so we clearly have a swing high up here and a supply line 1, 2 touches. You know, obviously creating that movement down, and then it looks maybe like a sideways type of cup structure. We'll see if we get this breakout here. All right, that's what we're really looking for. We want to see if we get this break above 12.9 cents on this asset. I don't really know anything about this coin, man, so we are showing a bit of a bullish divergence on this asset at these lows here. This could be an opportunity to trade back at least back up to the top side of the range, which is right around that 9.8 cent area. Could see a nice little movement back up if we get a nice retrace in this market. All right. Remember, guys, always do your own research. This does look like something that maybe will go back up if this bottom holds here. All right. FTM. Go look at it. All right, so FTM, you know, kind of maybe putting in some, you know, sort of, I don't want to say like triple top, but 1, 2, we got a triple top potentially on FTM here. And that's not looking too good. We got 3-day Stokes pointed down here. Yeah, we can take a look at all those tickers, guys. Just give me 1 second to go through these. All right. So 3-day chart kind of showing some bear div here. We could get a movement back down, maybe to test this neckline here around $1.80 possibility. Let's see. I mean, right now it's holding these lows here. Okay, these range lows. This was sort of a descending broadening wedge formation that kind of turned into like an inverse head and shoulders that actually broke the neckline, but couldn't break above the all-time highs. All right. I do like FTM a lot. Obviously, this coin obviously definitely outperforming the market as well. So shorter time scale looks okay. You made a bottom and maybe a double bottom here on the 4 hour. There it is, the channel, right? Trade the channel. Okay, draw this on your chart, your guys' charts. And if we get a break, right? We get a break above 250 area. You know, you break above that 250 area, say you do something like this, you break out, and you come back down to back test the channel. This could be an area where you do take a long and you trade it back up to the top side of the run. This could be where you actually get the breakout because you've tested this, you know, 1, 2, this is your 3rd attempt, or this would be your 4th attempt at it, right? But just note, the longer term time frames are showing a bit of bearish divergence. Although this asset is extremely bullish, and that bearish divergence may not play out as much, right? It might underperform. Cool. So this could be a potential situation or a potential analysis here on Phantom. Okay. So looking okay. Looking okay if we break out of this channel. If not, if you reject this, this could be in a short opportunity, right? So if we don't break out here and we show a clear rejection, this could be an area to take a short, right? You could short this down to the bottom of the channel and or the bottom or the support area here. Obviously, you don't want to short supports. But this is the area where you'd be looking for it to get to, right? At least down to here, this level right here, this 220 area. All right, cool. FTM, and what was it? The other request was and Harmony 1. Yeah, let's take a look at it. Ooh, I don't like how this candle closed, man. That doji. That's not a good candle to go there, guy. I could definitely see. I don't want to say definitely, but highly probable we see some downside on this. Okay. I mean, we could easily see this come back down to at least the range lows, like 17.5 cents. And yeah, I mean, you're putting in a lower high on the weekly chart here, right? Putting in a lower high, man. Just be careful up here. Just be careful up here. You are consolidating up by this resistance, but you could see some more consolidation or maybe even downside. Maybe try to put a higher low in around this 26 cent, 27 cent area, reset that oscillator to go for another another attempt at the top side of the range. Okay. By no means am I saying this asset is bearish. It's obviously making higher highs and higher lows. You just want to, I mean, you haven't been able to break this all-time high yet, right? So you made an attempt here, didn't quite do it, and you might need the right market conditions to really set that up, all right? But right now, oscillators kind of look like you might be pointed down here for the moment, especially on the daily. The 3-day chart is also showing signs of weakness here on the Wolfpack and on the Stokes. Just got a cross down. Yeah, I mean, you are sitting a bullish on the 3-day chart, right? So like I said, you could see some consolidation up here, maybe make a higher low around that 26, 27 cent area. Get a nice reset. Beautiful. See if you can get it. But yeah, just be careful. This does look like rising wedge stuff, okay? All right, that is a clear rising wedge, okay? And you get a break here, guys, and you get the back test. This is definitely going to be a nice short trade, at least down to this fib extension here, okay? But just be careful with this one. I'm just saying right now, it hasn't broke those range lows. It's not a short trade just yet until you break that trend line and you confirm that. If you confirm that, you're talking about a rising wedge pattern, the opposite of a falling wedge, okay? So downside break is about a 67% chance of the downside, right? All right. That's Harmony 1. What other request did I get here? XRP.ENS UFO. XRP. Let's see how XRP looks these days. Long-term parallel channel potential here. Let's see. There is this supply line here, but it's not really in play right now, so I'm just going to delete this for now. I will say that we can see something along these lines, though, right? Just kind of chilling at the bottom of the range here, right? This actually looks like you could maybe under the right circumstance get a push back up here, right? Daily stochastics pointed up, Wolfpack pointed up. It does, you have this trend line right here. You can just draw it, right? Once you cross it, you could get a breakout, right? And you're looking at, maybe 81 cents. Let's see. I do also want to get some fib targets on this for you guys. There you go. So we are looking for maybe a break back up here on XRP, and I'm thinking if we do get this break above this supply line, we could see price maybe touch this fib extension, which is right around 16-17% move, at least to touch this resistance area at 78.5, depending on how weak or strong the move is with volume, right? So that could be something setting up there for XRP. All right, again, watch the supply line for breakout. All right, that's XRP. We're gonna look at DOT, and there goes Bitcoin on the move over 42k. Get some hype in the chat for that. Here's DOT. DOT also looking really nice on this setup, right? Long-term channel up, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches here along the trend line, and the daily is showing bullish divergence. Stochastics crossing back up here on the daily. That signal will be valid once we get above 20 here on the stochastics, right? And obviously here on the oscillator, the RSI is at the bottom of the range in the buy zone, right? In the buy zone. Excellent. Dot setting up for a nice move here, it looks like. But again, down sloping channel. You could probably trade this at least to the top of the channel, which is about a 15% move to about that 2860 area. There you might want to consider, reducing your long risk and maybe waiting for a potential short opportunity. I say potential because what happens if it breaks out and breaks above this and then back test it as support, and then we can run up to the next level, 38 bucks. That's what I'm saying. These channels, you want to either trade them towards the bottom of the channel, which is where we're at, to the long side, back up to the supply line, which is around that 28.75 area. All right. And if you were to take a trade here, set your stop below the wick low, around $23. Not financial advice. I have to say that, guys. All right, so that's DOT. Here's ENS. ENS actually probably at the bottom of the range. I think I charted this somewhere. I forget where. I think it was on KuCoin or something. I don't remember. But yeah, this thing is wrecked. It's wrecked. Right. Top of the range. And now your bottom of the range is here. And hey, thank you so much for the $3 sticker. Appreciate that, Mr. Shermanator. Thank you so much, man. I'm going to fib from this level here because this move down was pretty recent. And we will take a look at Solana, yeah. And so the 1618 is right where we actually wicked off of. Can I look at ETH BTC? I can. I'll look at ETH BTC. I don't know why I'm so thirsty tonight. Let's see. So we do have a supply line here, right? You can clearly see that that's our supply line right now. We are getting a drive of bullish divergence here. We're oversold on the daily chart, sitting around 28. So lots of room to run up, right? Excellent. Yeah, so we could easily get a move up to the supply line, which is about a 20% move, and maybe reduce your long risk up there. And if you do get a breakout, great. Like I said, guys, breakout trading is really difficult to do. Although sometimes, we've called out some nice breakout trades here on the stream, and it happens. You do get breakouts sometimes, but most of the time you're not going to get breakouts. So just remember that. Just remember, don't be a hero. Take your profit on the way up if you do take this trade or do take any trade, and just be happy with the profit, right? And then you can move on to the next trade. Find the next low risk opportunity. This could be a falling wedge setup, maybe. That's not confirmed. But yeah, this could go back up to the top side of the range, $34, and we could see that move, right? And meatballs require some extra water. Man, is that a tough octopus on the stream tonight? Come on, let's get some hype in the chat. Oh man, all right. Joey, how are you, sir? Thank you for popping in, man. All right, that was ENS. We're gonna look at UFO for Mr. UFO Crypto. Let's see. So daily already putting a nice engulfing candle in. Not too much chart data on this coin, so it's gonna be a little bit tough for me to do an expert analysis on this. However, we got our top, we now have our bottom, we also have our mid-range right here, and we can get some fibs in here. So let's just say that this is the bottom, because it looks like we are bottoming out there. And we did confirm above the 236 fib extension, so I will say more than likely that this is the bottom for this asset. And we could be looking at a move back up to the 382 fib extension. That's your next real near fib extension, right? The 4 hour sitting at 57 on the RSI, bullish. Not overbought, lots of room to run. Daily, all the way down here at the bottom, sitting at 36 on the RSI. Lots of room to run up on this one. Okay, lots of room to run up on this one. So UFO, great spot on this one, man. Definitely lots of upside here. Potential for this one. I know you said this is a gaming coin. Gaming coins are really big right now in the blockchain space. And this is maybe a wedge, right? That we just broke a critical supply line here that we closed above, man. So excellent find on this one. We could definitely see this more than likely go up to this area, at least the 382 fib extension, and maybe on up to the 50% area. Typically, that's where wedge patterns go before they retrace. But ultimately, could get back up to the all-time highs, given the market conditions allow for that. Good spot here. So that's UFO. We're going to look at VPAD. I've never heard of this one, but we'll take a look at it as long as it's on TradingView, which it is. And I'm not sure if this is the right chart to use. So these are two completely different charts. Guys, if you're going to request an asset, make sure it has some chart data so I can actually do some sort of analysis for you. All right, we're just going to use the Uniswap one. This is trading in a range here between this 178 and 230, 240 area in a nice consolidation up here in what looks to be a nice bull flag. Okay, so real simple. We are towards the bottom of the range. We could see a drive back up to the top side of the range. If you do break the top side of the range, 26%. All right, 26%. $3 potentially on this one. Looks okay. You're just sitting, maybe consolidating, just sideways price action on the daily. Not really looking like it's doing too much here. You're making lower highs and lower lows so far on the daily chart. Again, not too much price data on this one, man. So it's kind of be tough for me to give a sound analysis on this for sure. But is in an uptrend, clearly in an uptrend right now. And yep, downsloping channel. Well, it looks like to be a downsloping channel. What do you guys say? You guys know how I feel about these channels. Got to break out of them, right? Got to break out of them. Mr. Sherwin, thank you so much for those kind words, brother. Really do appreciate that. And of course, tips are always appreciated. Not necessary or needed, but definitely appreciated for sure. So thank you guys for that. All right, we'll look at we got a few more here. Sherwin, you don't have to keep tipping me, bro, but appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Let's see, EPS and cake. Yep, let's take a look at them. Yeah, this one's pretty wrecked. I think I actually traded this one a while ago. I don't remember when, but clear downtrend for this one. This one looks like ICP there for a while, right? And yeah, clear supply line. You can clearly see it, 1, 2, almost 2, and this whole shebang right here. We are showing some signs of bull div here down at a potential bottom. Not clear and it's not confirmed either, okay? And we didn't get close to this 1272 fib extension just yet. I'm gonna actually take away this trend line right here because I don't really know that that's even valid just yet. But we maybe could draw a downsloping channel on this. Parallel channel. Let's see if we can get something like that going. Yeah. Let's see. It never actually lets me go down with it, which is really weird. This tool kind of sucks. I don't know. I can't get this to do what I want it to do, but yeah, you can clearly see the supply line here, and it's clearly in a downtrend right now. Clearly in a downtrend, right? Lower highs and lower lows. But you're down here at the bottom. You could get a move back up to the top of the supply line. Definitely a possibility to see something like this happen, where you come up, test this 31 cent area, make a lower high, and then come back down, because you are in a downtrend. Remember that. This one's in a downtrend. All right, that's EPS. We're gonna look at cake. Bottom of the range for cake. Bottom of the range. This is what this is where magic can potentially happen for an asset, right? You're at the bottom of the range. This is where you could potentially take a nice trade, right? And you could get a movement, a big movement back up, right? Even if it's ending up to be a lower high, because, well, for right now we're in a downtrend, right? And we've been making lower highs since this high in May on this asset. So we could get a spike, at least maybe to the supply line, right? That's a 50% move back up to 16 bucks almost on this asset. So we are showing signs of potential reversal. We got to cross back up here on the stochastics, and we're sitting, 39 on the RSI, which is technically bearish territory. We're about to go neutral, though. Above 40 is neutral. All right, so pay attention to this asset. I do think that it's possible we get maybe a move back up to that top of the supply line. We are showing a bit of bullish divergence, right? We're showing a drive of divergence here, right? So, I'm looking, at the top of the range is 13.15. We could definitely see, maybe, I'm not saying definitely, we could potentially see something like that happen, okay? But this could be construed as a descending triangle, right? So just be careful with that. If we do make a movement up, it'll probably end up being a lower high and maybe coming back down to eventually break this support, which will obviously be really ugly, but that's what could happen here, guys. That's what could happen here. All right, so definitely don't rule that out. It does look like we might get a movement back up, so pay attention to cake. Yep, looks like maybe a nice low risk long opportunity down here at the bottom of the range. So good spot on that, my man. Mask. Did we look at mask? Did I miss something here? I missed a couple, right? I didn't look at mask. Sorry about that. We'll take a look at it. Alright, I guess Coinbase has all the data. Again, always want to plot the bottom and tops of your ranges, guys. This will give you a clear idea as to where the asset might trend to, right? Based on your oscillator. So this was the lower high, right? So this is a swing failure pattern right here that came down to the bottom of the range, and now we're maybe in what looks to be obviously a bear flag, right? But we could get a lower high movement. We could get a movement lower high, maybe up to 1255 potentially on this one. We are showing a drive of bullish divergence down here, sitting around 38 on the RSI. This could be, like I said, could be a potential movement back up. And we have fib extensions. We are sitting right on a fib extension, interestingly enough. We did get some sort of M shape here. I don't know if you guys are familiar with M shape patterns, but these are like mini Gartleys, okay? And we did get a 1272. Interesting. So it's kind of the harmonic structure here, where we are looking at take profit targets up here at around $13 and $14 for mask. Yep, Exxon looks very nice too. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. And we're going to look at Peloton. I didn't forget about that, my man. Whoever asked about that. Cool, so we have a bit of a Gartley setup on this mask. What looks to be a potential setup. We need to get more of a reaction off this low. So we'll see if this really does play out. But, you know, not really a lot of volume on this asset. So just be careful trading some of these. I call them S coins because they are low volume S coins. All right. So we got Mask, we got VPAD. We're gonna look at Sol. Yeah, this was that one we were talking about earlier in the stream, my man. I definitely like this. This is cup and handle type stuff here, and it's clear, right? We have a cup with a handle structure, and this one is definitely outperforming the market right now. Bottom to top is about 40% if we do get a break above. Daily got a nice reset. Just be careful. We are maybe making lower highs on the RSI for the moment, but we'll see once we get up to these resistance areas if we can break above them. Okay. All right. So yeah, that one looks pretty good. What else did I miss? Solana. Yeah, we'll take a look at Solana. So this was actually, guys, in a massive rising wedge. All right. So just be careful if you guys are holding bags of this, because I am not. I am no longer holding any Solana. I see a drive, a bearish divergence here on the monthly chart. This to me looks like it's going to get a movement down. Okay. I will be looking to reaccumulate, maybe in the $70 range, right? That is a potential possibility. We are down sloping on the RSI now. This does maybe look like some sort of potential wedge on the RSI, so we could get, you know, maybe a kickback up here shortly, right? To maybe back test, because we never really well, I guess this was the back test. So we are in a down sloping channel, right? But we did get confirmation of a rising wedge breakdown as well, right? So I'm not really too happy, you know, taking a position up here on this asset. I am looking, you know, at these levels, 75. You know, even this level here, 48. Sounds terrible, but man, this thing can really see a major drop potentially for this asset. Okay. Now it doesn't mean we don't get like some local rally up to a lower high, 175, reject it. You know, maybe just trading this channel all the way down. We could do that all the way before maybe a major movement down. All right, that's Solana. All right. Like I said, some assets look a lot better than others right now, and this one, in my opinion, doesn't look too hot. Doesn't look too hot. What else did I miss? Did I miss something else? Let's see. ETH BTC. Yeah, let's take a look at ETH BTC actually. Right, so got up to did an 88.6% retrace, and we could be maybe, I don't want to say this, but this could be rising wedge stuff, man. This could be rising wedge stuff. Could be. Because I remember we did have like falling wedge stuff, right? This was the major break here originally. I remember this. I remember this clear as day. Yep, there's the break, the back test, and the rally. And now we're putting in maybe what looks to be some sort of rising wedge. And we got 1, 2, 3 lower high, a lower high, and a third lower high on the monthly chart. That and we didn't get a cross down just yet, but if we do, man, that is not going to be good. That means we're going to see Bitcoin outperform Ethereum, and that could be bear market stuff, right? That could be bear market stuff, and rising wedges come back down to the bottoms of the wedges. So we'll see. I don't know if this technically might be valid because we already got a movement outside. We actually made a closure outside. Interesting. Interesting. So this could be the moment where you maybe want to sell your ETH back for Bitcoin. If you want to hold your Bitcoin. Why does my water bottle keep leaking or something? Oh, weird. Anyways, yeah, it just made my desk all wet. Shit. All right. Yeah. Hero, Atom, XOM, Piton. I am still holding my Hero bag, by the way. It's a free trade. I got my initial investment out of it on this big move up. I didn't sell it because, well, I thought maybe this might have some long-term viability as being a metaverse coin or a gaming coin or something. Yeah, so right back down here at the bottom of the range. Got a bit of a rally yesterday, right? But we did reject the 236 fib extension, so not really liking that too much. We want to see this asset. Yeah, it is water. Yeah. Let's see. And we have this downsloping channel. Like we see, there's a lot now, right? You can clearly plot a channel here. We maybe had a bit of a wedge. Yeah, that's why we got that little bit of a breakout. And we got a rally. We got the breakout, and now it's just kind of sitting up here, maybe rejecting this area. Not looking too hot, actually. But we are sitting at 57 on the RSI in the 4 hour, so in bullish territory. All right. We could see movements back up on this asset. Like I said, we are at the low, at the bottom of the range. All right. Cosmos, let's take a look at it. Obviously, another asset outperforming the market, but does look like maybe had some trouble breaking this top, right? And coming back down now. We are in this channel up for now, and we could see, we could see this come back down to maybe test 24 or something. That would be maybe a good opportunity to catch the next wave up for this asset if we don't break the channel. All right. And that's what the oscillator is kind of implying right now on the daily, especially the RSI. We have the lower high being made, but around the same high on price, right? Lower high on the RSI. You guys seeing that? So we could see movement down, okay, in the coming days on this asset. We're going to look at XAU. That's gold, right? Take a look at it. All right, this is the gold and silver index. Yeah. Yeah, making another higher low, right? Low. Higher low, the third higher low potentially. What else did I miss? Oh yeah, I was gonna look at Peloton first. Yeah, Peloton. I'm still in this trade, guys. I really do think we're gonna see at some point this is going to break this wedge, man. Hasn't done so yet. I mean, we had to drive a bullish divergence here, and we're making another higher low on the RSI. I think I had this chart on the weekly. Yeah, it's oversold on the weekly time scale. Oversold on the weekly time scale, man. So. You're definitely coming into value areas here for this asset for at least a swing trade, okay? You know, I don't really know the profitability of this company, but from the technical perspective, we're about 67% of the way through the wedge, right? This could break out. This could break out. It does look poised for a move back up. We're sitting at 30 or 39 or 40 on the RSI on the daily. You know, why can't we go back up to gap fill? Why can't we even go back up to test 54, 55, right at the top of this wedge? And the long-term swing trade, if this is a Gartley setup, you know, your take profits are all the way up here at 128 and at 171 bucks. That's a 5-6x trade, guys. This could take months, though, right? This could take months to play out, but definitely looks very nice on the chart from a longer-term perspective. Right. What else you guys want to look at? I was looking at space. I'm still in this space swing trade. And this could do something nice down here. We'll see. right? Really close to the supply line on the daily here. We could even get a breakout this week, potentially, in this one. Ladies, gentlemen, any other requests here? Go back to the Bitcoin price action for now. Coin kind of sitting flat. Yeah, we're not quite getting that. We're not really quite getting any volume right now, which kind of sucks. Right? That sucks. AGIX. Sure. So we did break this supply line, which is good, and we kind of made a higher low here. Right? You could definitely see, I don't want to say definitely, but you could see at least a movement back to the top side of the range, like that 500 area. But be careful trading BTC pairs, especially if BTC's drop, or like volatile. Just be careful. I don't like to trade these Bitcoin pairings personally. Just be careful this type of stuff. That looks pretty good for a channel, I'd say. So there you go. You're in a channel. You don't want to trade this until you break out of it and back test it as support. Then then you can maybe trade up to 50% retrace maybe potentially on this one. Daily Stokes pointed up. Yeah, looks good. You're in a consolidation here. That looks okay, but remember, you're in a downtrend, right? Only trade the long side here if you get a breakout and a back test, successful back test. All right, nice. WMT, Walmart. Consolidation, right? You're just in the range here, right? You're sort of in the middle of the range, right? Chart of Walmart, man. See if we can get a long-term chart on Walmart here. Wow. So hugging right against the bottom side of the channel here. And you're kind of range bound, right? So actually looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Daily looks nice. I do think if you do break the top side of 140, whatever this is here, 146.90, maybe set an alert there for yourself. If you break that, you're probably gonna go and test the top, okay? And bottom of the range to top of the range, looking at a 12% break. Well, this is your swing target in time if you break the range. We can take a look at EGLD, sure. We got to look at AVAX and QDM first. So got a nice closure above the 886 fib extension here. Again, towards the bottom of the range for AVAX. I don't actually like that trend line. So, making lower highs, but holding on to the range lows on AVAX. Showing a bit of a bear div here on the 4-hour. You could come back down to test this low here around 87.5, or even back down to test 85.30, right? Because you do have this kind of this trend line right here, right? This resistance trend line acting as resistance here. So what you're looking for is actually a higher low to come in around that 87.50 area. If you can hold this, this could be the set to break at least to about 93.40. Okay. Tell me the market will be okay without telling me the market will be okay. Tough to say, man. Tough to say. We're in kind of a no man's land right now. Like I said before, So, yeah, looking maybe for a higher low on this. You're in a down-sloping channel. Like I said, these don't really result. You don't like to really trade these to the upside unless you get a break and a back test, right? So just be careful trading this one, I would say, for now. All right, Stokes kind of pointed back down here on the 4-hour. Could get some movement back down. Yep. Cute him.
Everything you do gives me butterflies. I asked you for the time. You got damn right. Everything you do gives me butterflies.
So Qtum making lower highs, right? High, lower high. You might come back down to test this range low, right? That 550 area. You know, you're breaking this. There's nothing really here until you get to this support, this fib extension. You're in between the range right now. Not really liking this asset too much. Doesn't look very bullish at all. In fact, it looks really bearish. You know, breaking these supports, but you could maybe get an opportunity down here on this 550 to $6 area, like I said before. All right, we'll take a look at EGLD. And I think that'll be a wrap for tonight. Yeah, EGLD, like head and shouldering here. Not looking good. Not looking good. All right. Not looking too good. You know, got a bounce here off the bottom of this neckline, bottom of the range. Not the best looking chart, man. Looks a lot like a rising wedge type of thing, right? Broke the channel, right? You want to be selling when you break these channels. Doesn't look too hot. Doesn't look too hot up here. All right, 118 target. That's it. You know, you might be getting some sort of drive of bullish divergence, maybe to maybe test the 235 area. You know, it's not going to dump right away, but overall, man, this looks like it's, you know, it's breaking down, right? Here's the down sloping channel, right? We could see you know, 279, 280, and then dump. Sure, we'll look at Tesla. Oof. Lower high up there. Didn't even make it, right? We got a gap down here at 950, 943. Tesla not looking too hot. Not looking too hot, man. Tesla. Wild man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Yep, rising wedge there on Tesla, man. There it is. You know, your real target. Sounds crazy, man. 280 bucks. Holy shit, wrecked. That's not looking too hot. I mean, I'd say take shorts, but we missed the short entry up here, you know, and technically we didn't break this low yet. So I would you know, see what happens at this low, this 917 area. If we make a higher low, we could trade back up to the top side of the range. Yeah, just be careful, man. This it's extended. It's, you know, yeah, we got a weekly cross up, sure. But, you know, the RSI at 57 doesn't look too good. Doesn't look too good. Yeah, here's your monthly, man. Look at this. Double top on the monthly RSI. You know, bearish divergence to me, the same high on price. Yeah, it doesn't look too good. You got the monthly crossing down right here. Remember, that's a longer term time scale. Like shorter, you know, the short movements might get little blips back up and then lower highs, and This doesn't look good, man. This looks like shit. Again, we didn't break the trend line yet, right? There's no confirmation of that just yet. But if we do, it could get ugly really fast, man. It could get ugly really, really fast. Could get ugly really fast on Tesla. All right. You guys got anything else for me tonight? If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, tick the little bell, join the Discord, join the movement, set up some bots, man. I mean, come on. Talk about passive income. It's definitely passive if you're running spot. I honestly don't really manage it too much. Sometimes you might need to manually DCA some trades, but about that, if you're good with looking at support and resistance areas, then looks good, man. Look, man, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Sure, we can look at BNB. Yep. This is looking all too familiar, isn't it? What is this, guys? Is this another rising wedge? Look at that. Wow. Meatballs. Yeah, here you go, man. I mean, you even got the... you broke it. Yeah, it's done. Bye-bye. Well... We could get some maybe we do have some supports here, right? These ranges down here, right? We have that. We have before we just completely get wrecked, you know, there's gonna be some bounces off these levels, but you can clearly see we broke this trend line, and this is in a massive rising structure, rising wedge structure. Okay, these don't usually resolve themselves to the upside. They don't usually resolve themselves up, right? And you can see the lower high on the momentum oscillator with the higher high on price. Not looking too hot at all. Not looking too hot. So like, could see like $70 at some point. Maybe that's a buying opportunity there. And in a long term, maybe you know, this area here, $40 or something. There's nothing really here. It just went straight up, right? Boom, straight up. You got a couple wicks here, but you know, you didn't break the structure just yet. So this could come down to, you know, even if it does come down to 250s, this could be, you know, you could maybe double bottom or something and go up, but yeah, rising wedges, they don't usually break up, right? They don't usually break up. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I'm sorry I don't really have amazing news to give you, but that's what's going on. Yeah, I mean, like, it's pretty clear some of these structures are not looking too hot, right? So just be aware of it. Be aware of it. Don't take too much risk, guys. Don't take too much risk, all right? All right. Thank you guys so much again for joining the stream tonight. And I'm going to be trying to put out some static content for y'all about the SAR and my results with it. Make sure you guys check it out. Thank you guys again so much. We'll catch you guys in the next one.